Welcome to the Location Detail tutorial. In this video, you'll be introduced to the Customer Location Detail screen and shown where to find various account information. Begin by searching for the customer whose account you wish to view. Clicking on the blue account number link will bring you directly to the Location Detail screen. The Location Detail screen, much like the Location Search screen, is divided into several areas. The topmost portion of the Location Detail screen contains the customer's address and contact information as well as their account balance. On the left-hand side is the service location account number, name and address, and primary phone number. When you are hovering over the phone number, a pop-up box will appear displaying any additional contact numbers that you may have for this account. Similarly, on the right-hand side is the customer's billing information. As mentioned in the Add Customer tutorial, you can make changes to either set of information by clicking on the corresponding account number link. Beneath the address information is the account balance. The account balance can be displayed one of two ways, either as a summary balance or as an aged 30, 60, 90-day balance. In this example, the aged balance option has been selected. It is also important to note that the balance shown here is the amount due for all the service locations associated with this Bill To account. When you hover over the balance, a pop-up window displays how much of the total balance is due from the current job site. If you are using the geocoding feature, clicking on the map link will produce driving directions to this service location and a street map of the immediate area. If you've chosen to integrate a GPS navigation system into PestPac, clicking on the Closest Tech link will show you the present location of all your technicians and which one is closest to the service site. Add Task allows you to add a reminder to perform a certain job or function related to this customer's account. You may add a subject line, designate who the task is for, assign a priority, and enter a detailed message. Add Sales Opportunity works in conjunction with the Add-on Sales module and allows your dedicated sales staff to produce a customized sales cycle for this account. Finally, Add Contact allows you to add additional contact information to an account. This is ideal for any commercial contracts where you may be dealing with multiple levels of management, each having different contact information. Beneath the basic information is the customer's service setup and renewal information. A service setup is defined as any billable service that is performed on a regular basis and is represented as a white line item in this area. Here we can see what service the customer receives, how often they are scheduled to be serviced, the technician who performs the service, their last service date, and when they are next scheduled to receive this service. If the service has been canceled, a cancel date will be shown. To add a new service setup, click on the New Service Setup link. To edit the existing service setup information, click on the blue Service Setup link. The details of the service setup screen are covered in a separate tutorial. In addition to the service setup, your company may also be using annual renewals. A renewal is defined as any service or inspection that is performed on an annual basis, which the customer is generally pre-billed for. Once again, the renewal service is displayed along with the technician assigned to perform the reinspection, and when the next renewal payment is due. To add a new renewal, click on the New Renewal link. To edit the current renewal, click on the blue renewal code to edit the existing information. There are separate tutorials that cover renewal setup, printing, and payment posting individually. Beneath the service setup and renewal information is the customer's detailed account information. If your company has multiple branch offices, this field denotes which one is responsible for servicing this customer's account. The customer's tax, map, and division codes are all in the leftmost column. Account type, sales source, and county are located in the middle. If this account is not yet an active customer, the prospect box may be checked. Also, here you will see the date that the customer was first entered into your system. Beneath this is a list of any service orders awaiting completion, the scheduled work date, anticipated duration of service, the service being performed, and the amount being charged are all displayed. Once an order is posted, it will no longer appear in this area of the customer's account. At the bottom of the location detail screen are any non-service specific directions. This location's printing options, geocoded longitude and latitude, and your company's unique user-defined fields are displayed here as well. All the information presently being displayed on the location detail screen relates to work that is being performed or is scheduled to be performed at this job site. To view a customer's history, click on the Show History button located at the top of the screen. This will open a new history window on your location detail screen. By default, you will be brought to the customer's billing history. The billing history will show any services for which the customer has been charged and any payments made by the customer. Any line items displayed in white represent a debit on the customer's account. You can see the invoice date, invoice number, description of the service performed, the original amount of the charge, and the remaining balance on the invoice. Line items displayed in yellow represent a payment made to the customer's account, the invoice to which that payment has been applied, the original amount of the payment, and the amount of remaining open credit. You may also notice several red flags within the billing history window. By hovering over each two-letter code, you can see what that flag represents. You may also choose to filter out invoices or payments from your history window using the toggle switch located at the bottom of the screen. Clicking on the Production button changes the history window to display a dollar per hour breakdown of the revenue generated by this service location. You will see a list of all services that have ever been performed at this location, the cumulative amount of time spent performing each service, the total revenue generated, and a dollar per hour breakdown of how profitable that service is. The Service button will display this location's service history. The service history differs from the billing history in that it displays all the service orders that have ever been scheduled for this location, including non-billable services and orders that were canceled before completion. An invoice and order number are again displayed with a work date rather than an invoice date, the amount of time it took to complete the service, the technician who treated the location, the service performed, and the price of the service. Some services will be preceded by a red PR flag to donate a production order. A production order is a service that a technician receives full credit for completing, but that the customer is not billed for. The Chemical button will display a list of all materials that have ever been applied to that location, the date and method of application, the specific pest that the chemical was targeting, the amount applied, and the dosage factor. Finally, a separate history window displays any callback service. A callback service is donated by the red CB flag, and as with a production order, the customer will not be billed for it. However, the technician will not receive full credit for a callback service. Clicking the Hide History button returns the location detail screen to its normal view. The Service Order button creates a one-time service for this location to be scheduled immediately. The Add Call button adds a phone message from this customer to PestPac's built-in call log. The Documents button brings you to the area of the customer's account which displays any saved letters, documents, or forms. To add a letter to the customer's account, click the Add Letter button and choose to either compose a new letter or use a standard pre-typed letter from your letters lookup table. Adding a letter to your lookup table and use of the Mail Merge feature are covered in a separate tutorial. Adding a document allows you to choose any file from your workstation and upload it to PestPac so that it may be shared with the other users in your office. Simply name the document and then click the Browse button to search for the document on your hard drive. Subscription users should note that the amount of available document space is limited. Please contact a Marathon Data Systems representative for further details. Finally, we will review the Add Forms feature. Add Forms allows you to add any standard state or national inspection forms to a customer's account. Here is a listing of all the standard inspection forms currently available. Click the link for the inspection form you wish to add, and you will be brought to the form editing screen. Any necessary location information will already be pre-filled on the form, and you may begin filling in other pertinent information such as license information, inspection dates, or technician information. After adding any necessary information, scroll to the bottom of the page and click the Save button. That form will now be listed on the Letters and Documents screen. To the right of the form name is the date the form was added, along with several printing options. Choosing the plain paper option allows you to print any inspection form in its entirety on plain 8.5 by 11 paper. Upon completion of the inspection, you may choose to edit the form so that you may transcribe the inspector's notes. This allows you to permanently save the completed inspection in the customer's account. Click the Exit button in the upper right-hand corner to return to the main location detail screen. The Final button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen takes you to the customer's Notes section. Notes allow you to keep a permanent record of any conversations, correspondence, or interaction you've had with this customer. Clicking the Add button adds a new note with a date and time to this customer's account. You may also choose an appropriate code to indicate the purpose of this note. Once you have finished typing your message, click Save to record this note to the customer's account. You may search for a word or phrase appearing in past notes using the built-in search bar. Once again, click Exit to return to the main location detail screen. This concludes our location detail tutorial. Thank you.